This is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the upcoming transit of the planet Sun. So guys, as you know that Sun, which is currently transiting in the sign of Aquarius, but on March 14th, it will enter the sign of Pisces. And from March 14th till April 12th, it's going to be transiting in the sign of its good friend planet Jupiter. But guys, during this month, this is going to be a little bit sensitive because even right now, at the time when I'm recording this video, when Sun is transiting in the Aquarius, it is already afflicted because of the conjunction with the planet Saturn over there. I do not know how many fights you have had with your father, but I've been fighting a lot with my dad. But I love him, respect him a lot at the same time. But once like Sun in its transit, once it will enter the sign of Pisces, definitely guys, the affliction is going to be of altogether next level because now it is going to get conjunct with Rahu over there. And guys, you have to understand this thing that Sun, which represents our public image, our status, that is what I always say, that Sun's transit happens to be for just 1 month. But even in that 1 month, like capacity to shine, to be recognized, and standing a chance for any promotion, heightened sense of confidence, Sun can definitely trigger all those aspects as well. But most importantly, Sun represents our public image. And guys, because the whole environment of the planet is going to be happening in such a way that we all know that Mercury gets debilitated whenever it is in the Pisces sign. So first of all, Mercury, like when Sun will enter the sign of Pisces, Mercury is already afflicted over there. So it means that your mind in itself is corrupted enough to take wrong decision, which is going to have a straight impact on your public image. Second thing is that when at the first week of April only, when Venus will enter the sign of Pisces, so Venus is going to get very accentuated, very strong, being exalted in the Pisces, and it is going to be receiving the contaminating influence from the Rahu as well, which can definitely distort someone's character, someone's personality. And if under the any malefic influence you ended up doing something wrong, so the impact of that straight away come in a form of punishment, being judged, your public image being under radar because of Sun is also getting afflicted. We are heading towards the lunar eclipse as well. So yes guys, during this month I would say this thing that caution and care needs to be followed. But guys, the beautiful aspect is that after these 2 months of affliction to the planet Sun, during this year when Sun is going to get exalted, definitely it's not only going to get exalted, but it is going to get conjunct with Jupiter as well over there in the Aries sign. But as if now we have to be very careful when and in whichever sign Sun is going to be transiting basis our Lagan, our ascendant. So yes guys, after that we will just try to briefly look at that basis your rising sign, in which area this affliction to the planet Sun could be influencing you. So guys, starting first with the Aries Lagna natives, definitely guys, in your case Sun is a very important planet. It has got a rulership over your 5th house, and the 5th house lord is going to be transiting in the 12th house. So definitely guys, the 5th house lord is going 8th from its original placement. And second thing is that because it is going to be coming in the influence of Rahu, initially Mercury is going to be debilitated, Venus getting so strong, and the malefic influence of Rahu. So definitely guys, you have to be very cautious, very careful of guarding your public image. So that is the first thing. Second thing is that definitely Rahu will tempt you towards taking shortcut, cutting corners, behind the scene arrangements or dealing. So the more you can refrain from that, better it is going to be working out for you. Because definitely guys, I've been saying this thing repeatedly that you might think that I am acting very smart, but definitely 5th house, which tells about your mind, Rahu, which in itself represents cleverness and smartness, you can definitely act smart. But if it is unethical and you being in such a situation that being caught red-handed or being involved in any sketchy deal, in any sketchy kind of arrangement, so the straight impact will come on towards your public image as well. So yes guys, that is all what I can say for the Aries Lagna natives. And second thing is that guys, because the way planets are influencing you, so you could be a very easy target for scam calls, Nigerian prince, I always say. So those kind of scam calls, so be very careful of that. Second thing is that, guys, if in your natal chart planets are afflicted, like your moon is conjunct with Rahu, your fifth house lord is also afflicted, fifth house in itself is afflicted, then definitely lot many people will be prone towards negative thinking, pessimistic thinking and all. So yes guys, that is all what I can say for the Aries Lagna natives. So if in any capacity fifth house related attributes are getting applicable in your case, something to do with the stock market, speculation, art, entertainment, creative business, so take any of those important decisions very carefully. Now guys, moving ahead now for all the Taurus Lagna natives. So guys, in your case, definitely Sun has got a rulership over your fourth house of your domestic life, public dealing and all, and it is going to be transiting in your 11th house, getting conjunct with Rahu over there. So guys, in your case, the saving grace is that your ascendant lord post April is going to be entering and getting exalted in the 11th house, which will definitely safeguard your interest. But guys, individually fourth house lord getting eclipsed in the 11th house is a vulnerable sign. So I would say this thing, that as much as this transit could be good for your public image, for reputation, being considered for a important coveted position and all, but when it comes down to the domestic life or like in your personal life as well, peace and all, over there a lot many Taurus Lagna native might have to suffer. And also guys, if in any capacity you have to take any important decision regarding your residing place, like shifting to a new place, buying a new home, or being like transferred to a new branch, and the joining has to take place during these transit time of the sun only, then take all those decisions very carefully. And also guys, the kind of people who are going to come in contact with you, so I would say this thing, that again guys, all the networking which you will do, as much as it is good for your public image, for your professional life and all, but in the matters of your private life, like I would recommend that if you're already going through some sort of chaos in your personal space, so do not blindly take everyone's advice. Like rather I would say this thing, that it is much recommended not to share your personal ordeal with everyone, because either people are gonna ridicule you, misguide you. So that sort of energy is going to be getting applicable for the Taurus Lagna natives. But again guys, for all those people who are professionally operating in the domain of the fourth house, you being a realtor and all, you deal in sale purchase of the cars, vehicles and all, so you guys are also heading towards a yoga of sudden a financial gain. Some sudden big opportunity could also fall on your lap as well. Definitely a lot is dependent on the running dasha as well, but all those possibilities can be foreseen. Now guys, when we talk about the Gemini Lagna natives, so definitely guys, in your case, Sun has got a rulership over your third house, and the transit, it is going to be entering your 10th house. So definitely guys, in your case, in certain ways, this entry of Sun in the 10th house can still manifest good results. Like the way guys, we all know this thing, that there are like certain houses where like planets are considered as very strong. I'm going by the principles and doctrines of the Kal Purush Kundli. Like when we talk about Sun being in the first house, Sun being in the fifth house, also in the 10th house where it gets the directional strength and all, along with the first house, I mean to say. So yes guys, when we talk about any of the concerns of, like if you are like in any capacity, you are like in a public domain, you being an influencer, you being a celebrity connected with politics, or a content creator, or in any capacity where you face the public, being in the news, then this transit could be important for you. And also guys, let's say for example, if you're a freelance person, performing artist and all. But again guys, like the way you know this thing, that Sun being in the influence of Rahu, then first initially Mercury debilitated, then Venus getting very empowered. So there will be like, it is not a combination where the path towards success will be very easy and smooth flowing. Definitely you might have to kind of like this could be some sort of behind the door arrangements, or like success will come, but it might also be attached with some sort of controversy, some sort of scandal and all. So that is how energy is going to be getting manifested for you. But one thing is for sure, that lot many Gemini Lagna natives will stand a chance for getting a important project, or getting a platform to showcase their talent and all those people who have to write any competitive exam or give any performance, important meetings, have to give presentations and all. So yoga and chances of success in a sudden way tend to remain a lot in your favor. Now guys, when we talk about the Cancer Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, Sun has got a rulership over your second house, and in the transit it is going to enter your ninth house, and it's going to get conjunct with Rahu over there. So like the way guys, you know this thing that when we talk about the houses which represents our virtues, our sanskaras, our tradition, culture, families, those are the second house and the ninth house. So guys, over here, because in certain cases this could be beneficial for you as well. Money being spent on charity, money being spent on travels, money being spent on taking family for a religious pilgrimage and all. But guys, just because Rahu is also involved over here, so this is a typical combination of being like the way we know this thing, that even at a religious places as well, even while being on a travel as well, so sort of like so-called scams, so-called discomfort, inconveniences while being on travel, or being misguided, misled by someone. So that sort of combination is going to be getting formed for the Cancer Lagna natives. So my recommendation to you guys is that charities is important for you, but if you have to take any important family trip, family travel and all, or like even when it comes down to getting guidance from someone, so do not take things on face value, take everything with a pinch of salt. So that is all what I can say for the Cancer Lagna natives. Now guys, moving ahead, now for all the Leo Lagna natives, definitely guys, in your case it is the transit of your ascendant lord. Wherever ascendant lord goes, our whole focus goes in the attributes, in the matters of that house. So guys, definitely like going in the 6th house, 8th house, all of that is Sun's monthly theme. But during this year it is special because once it is going to enter your 8th house, it is going to get conjunct with like Rahu over there. So guys, influence of Rahu on the Sun, that too in the 8th house, is a very sensitive energy. That in itself tells about that being misguided, being delusional, taking a wrong decision, entrapping you into some scandal, some controversy. You have to guard your like health as well, because ascendant lord is going in the 8th house, so that also makes you very prone and vulnerable towards infection, allergies and all. So yes guys, that is all what I can say. But most importantly, because the whole impact of the lunar eclipse is also going to be influencing the attributes of your second house as well. So your finances, and I'm not seeing the support of the family much in certain areas, specifically for this month. So my recommendation is that do not by yourself or intentionally do something which could entangle you or embroil you any controversy, any scandal. But again guys, the good part is that it's the ascendant lord which will definitely try its best to safeguard your interests. And if your interests are attached to the 8th house of psychology, research, something to do with the occult or inheritance related concern and all, so over there slightly, if your running dashas are favorable, it could help you, it could protect you. Now guys, now when we talk about the Virgo Lagna natives, definitely guys, in your case Sun has got a rulership over your 12th house, and now in the transit it is going to enter your 7th house, and it is going to get conjunct with Rahu over there as well. So yes guys, the energy of unknown is coming in the matters of your 7th house and getting embroiled with the planet of confusion, illusion, obsession and all. So yes guys, during this time Virgo Lagna natives are going to be very prone and vulnerable towards, like, you know, fighting with your partner, or being in a situation of misunderstanding where things are very ambiguous and things are not very clear. So my recommendation to the Virgo Lagna native is that if suddenly this sort of situation erupt, this could be within your matrimonial life, with your partner, with your spouse, or this could be with your business partners and all as well. So do not be very quick to come to any conclusion. Do not act very impulsive. Do not be very headstrong, because yes, you guys will be very much prone towards these sort of mysterious, perplexing situations within the close knit bonds with your partner or with your spouse and all. So be very careful over there. And along with that guys, like see, in certain cases this could be beneficial to people, specifically if in your line of work something which is very forbidden, something which is very taboo, something which is mysterious, hidden, criminal activities, behind the scene activities, if you're embroiled in those kind of actions, activities, covert activities, this could slightly be beneficial for you. But in majority of the ways, it is a kind of a transit where you have to guard your public image very strongly. This is a typical yoga where people also become victim, where without any reason someone accuse you of something. So those sort of allegations, false allegation generally happens, scam calls, false allegation typically happen in these kind of yogas. So you have to be very, very careful. Now guys, when we talk about the Libra Lagna natives, my favorite, I always say. So guys, in your case, like Sun has got a rulership over your 11th house, and now in the transit it is going to enter your 6th house, and it is going to get conjunct with Rahu over there. So yes guys, see, in certain cases, see, Rahu's transit from the Upachya Bhava, like 3rd house, 6th house, 10th house, 11th house, is always considered as good. The only thing is that the 11th house Lord is going to come over here, and it is going to go through extreme affliction being there in the 6th house. So that in itself means that if you're already entangled in 3 areas of going through court cases, like problem on the account of enemies, anything to do with the health related concern, anything to do with the credit, loans, liabilities related concern over there. See, because 11th house in a way tells about our public image, our status. Sun also represents that. So if you're already falling vulnerable in these 3 attributes which I just mentioned, so this could be a case that suddenly someone commented something, someone accused you of something, someone said something, so which might kind of jolt your personal ego, or being judged in the society and all. So those sort of combinations might erupt for lot many Libra Lagna natives. Also guys, it is very recommended for you to do your job very sincerely, specifically this month. See, you have to do your job sincerely every time, but during this month, like this is a typical yoga where we say this thing that surprise inspection, surprise audit, surprise visit. You have to be very careful. I still remember way back in school, like I come from an era where there used to be no mobile phone, tablets. We used to, if you have to cheat in the exam, you have to make chits and you have to hide. And I remember there was this subject exam, final exam. I was in 9th standard. I knew everything. There was just one essay which I forgot to read and prepare. When I reached to the examination hall, or before certain hours before that, my friends were making chits. I was a bright student. They said, did you remember and memorize this essay? I said, that was the only one thing which I skipped. No, it is very important. It is bound to come. You should make a chit. I made a chit. I put it under my pencil box. When the exam paper came to us, it was nowhere there, but I forgot to remove that chit, and never ever in our school history the inspection happened. That day it happened, and I got caught without any reason. I had a reason, but yeah, so you can understand me. So those sort of yoga is getting formed for you. 11th house Lord being in the 6th house, being in the influence of Rahu. So my recommendation, cleanliness, integrity, honesty in your daily schedule, routine, your job duties, responsibilities needs to be inculcated. So guys, any of the matters of the 6th house, this could be the way you deal with your pets, or the way your relationship is with your maternal relatives and all. So 11th house Lord being in the 6th house, afflicted because of the presence of Rahu and all. So be very careful. It's a typical yoga of misunderstanding, being misunderstood. So be very careful. Now guys, when we talk about the Scorpio Lagna natives, so guys, in your case now, as you can see this thing that Sun has got a rulership over your 10th house, and in the transit it is going to enter your 5th house, and it is going to get conjunct with Rahu over there. So guys, see, you have to be very careful, because a lot many of these Scorpio Lagna natives, because you have to understand this thing, your ascendant Lord is very ripe. It's very strong. It's kind of burning with passion, energy, drive to do something. And along with that, your 10th house Lord being in the 5th house in the influence of Rahu. So all sort of professional headstrongness we see from the 5th house, because it is 8th from the 10th. So my recommendation is that if something looks like to be not doable, unfeasible, not very practical, do not force that change, because this is going to be a typical combination which I have seen lot many times, that you were so frustrated that without getting a second job, you resigned from the current job, or you did something which you're not very prepared or well equipped to handle that. So that sort of yoga is going to get formed for the Scorpio Lagna natives. So you have to be very careful. Guys, the good thing is that Sun in a way has got a strong affinity with the 5th house, and it is a favorable planet for your Lagna as well, the planet of your public image, which is going to get eclipsed because of the involvement of Rahu there in your 5th house. So your wrong decision will definitely is going to raise a question mark on your public image, on your prestige, on your decision making as well. So take those decisions very carefully. But again guys, in certain cases this could be good time for you, like if you are chiefly operating in something Rahu and Sun combination, which is little bit anti-social, anti-ethical, or something which is like a little bit illegal, and all those sort of activities, underhanded activities and all, those people can stand a chance for some sudden speculative gain. But for the rest of the people, my recommendation, propitiating Sun through Aditya Hridaya Stotram, offering water to the rising sun, needs to be followed. And yes guys, and because 5th house also tells about your mental health as well, so many Scorpio Lagna natives might be filled with lot of confusion while taking important decision. Now guys, when we talk about the Sagittarius Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, Sun has got a rulership over your 9th house, and in the transit it is going to get eclipsed because of the conjunction with the Rahu in your 4th house. So guys, as you know this thing, that 9th house which tells about what drives us, what inspires us, what motivates us, and that Lord is going to get eclipsed in the 4th house. That in itself means that you have to be very careful around any sort of self-degrading, toxic, negative thinking and self-talks. So that is one thing we have to be very careful. Second thing is that guys, definitely we all have high set expectations for our domestic life, for our family members and all. But during this time, because you might misunderstood whatever is happening in the family front, or let's say for example during this time only, if you have to incur some expenses in the housing related matters, so chances of doing something wrong or ended up spending money on wrong things and all, so all of that is going to stay there because of your 9th house Lord's conjunction with the Rahu over there in your 4th house. If you have to take any of the important decision connected with your 4th house, take it with a very clear state of mind. If you're not being able to decide anything, so there's no harm in seeking recommendation of people around you, any sort of expert opinion. So yes guys, that is all what I can say for the Sagittarius Lagna natives. And also guys, for all those people who are holding up any public seat, or you are in public service and all, any of the political aspiration of yours and something, so be very cautious, be very careful how you guard your public image. Doing remedies for the Sun, recitation of the Aditya Hridaya Stotram will become very important. Now guys, when we talk about the Capricorn Lagna natives, definitely guys, in your case, Sun has got a rulership over your 8th house, and the 8th house Lord is going to get conjunct with Rahu there in your 3rd house. So definitely guys, individually Rahu's placement in the 3rd house is considered as very good. But just because it's the 8th house Lord which is going to enter your 3rd house, it's going to get conjunct with Rahu over there. So many Capricorn Lagna natives, there's a strong possibility that driven by some sort of adrenaline rush or in a haste, pushed in the wrong direction. Like the way guys, specifically all sort of contractual work, all sort of signing up of the documents generally happens from the 3rd house. So during this time, if you have to sign any important documents, agreements, lease or something, so sign all those documents very carefully. Second thing is that there's a very strong possibility that during this time, within your close circle, this could be friends, this could be colleagues, some sort of misunderstanding might prove to be very hurtful to you, or it might reach an extent of severing ties with very close knit people as well. So yes guys, and let's say for example, many freelance self-employed people will be driven towards taking some shortcuts to be in the limelight. So refrain from all those negative thinking or shortcuts, unethical ways for finding success. That is all what I can recommend for the Capricorn Lagna natives. Now guys, for all the Aquarius Lagna natives, definitely guys, Sun has got a rulership over your 7th house, and in the transit it is going to enter your 2nd house, and it's going to get conjunct with Rahu over there. So definitely guys, it's like Sun and Rahu is going to be there in your second house, so refrain from lying during this time. Second thing is that, guys, definitely if let's say for example any wrong usage of words, any slip of tongue might backfire for the Aquarius Lagna native. So you have to be very careful for the usage of words, because your public image is going to be attached with the way you will be speaking during this time. Second thing is that, guys, definitely in the matters of the finances or expenses and all, specifically this could be a case that because of some wrong decision of your spouse, or this could be your business partner, there might be some sort of expenses which are not very healthy, constructive, or which could have been avoided otherwise. So just be very cautious, be very careful in all these areas. And lastly, guys, when we talk about the Pisces Lagna natives, definitely, guys, in your case, like Sun has got a rulership over your sixth house, and now it is going to enter your first house, and it is going to get conjunct with Rahu over there. So guys, like the way you know this thing, that whenever we talk about the first house, so it is a house of the public image, our reputation. Somehow Sun gets very strengthened whenever it is either placed in the first house or it is transiting from the first house. So my recommendation to the Pisces Lagna native is that, see guys, because Sun is bringing with it the energy of the sixth house as well. So I'm very much sure that if you are in that situation, that you have proven yourself, like the way, for example, there was some very challenging job or responsibility which was attached to you, and you performed very good, you have already proven yourself. So a lot many people could be rewarded, could be acknowledged, could be recognized for their struggle, for their patience, for their hard work, their contribution for the system. But again, guys, because Sun and Rahu are going to get conjunct with the first house in itself, so a lot many Pisces Lagna native will be subjected to lot of criticism, lot of expectation, judgments and all. So handle any of those criticism being thrown at you with grace, and trust me, that is how your prestige is going to rise. And also, guys, definitely, guys, anything to do with the competitive situation, being in a competitive situation during this month, Sun and Rahu combination, your sixth house lord being in the first house will definitely support you over there. So yes, guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.